Hi there, my name is Richard Samuels, and I just wanted to introduce myself as a teacher. I've been playing the piano for quite a while, over 50 years. And I thought, I could talk a bit about my teaching style and those types of things, but the basic thing is I think that learning music should be fun, and I think it should be very rewarding for a person's heart and soul. And I think it should be progressive. In other words, I think that over time a person can see their own growth, and that's very important. Now, I could talk more about my methods and my teaching style and the people that I've studied with and my own students and that type of thing, but I thought the more interesting thing would be for me to teach you something very quickly and possibly usable. A small point about this thing I'm going to show you is that when I was a young man, probably 18, I was studying with, I'm a jazz musician, that's one of the things that I do, and I'm also a composer, but I was studying with some excellent jazz musicians in Vancouver, Canada, and they were talking to me about the importance of being relaxed at the piano. And that is on any instrument and probably in any art form, probably the hardest thing to do is to relax one's mind and body so that one can express. So what I want to show you is a technique that helps to physically relax at the piano. Now, I understand that people watching this, some might be beginners, but might still be applicable, and also it pretty quickly will come into your piano playing because piano playing is a lot more than just pressing down these keys and hitting the right ones. It's also about the tone that you generate from the piano, and a lot to do with the tone comes from your state of physical and mental relaxation. And I want to talk about the aspect of physical relaxation. So here's what I want to say to you, is that I've worked very hard on learning to keep the upper part of my body very relaxed, meaning my shoulders, my anything to do with any tension that I might be holding in my arms. And I want to show you how these original musicians showed me how to start that process. I also want to say one more thing, is that it's very important to relax the upper body because really you're going to generate, unbelievably, your tone from the lower aspects of yourself. Really, it's like a singer where you have to really reach down inside of yourself, and to reach down and get at the deeper aspects of your physical self, you have to be relaxed in your upper body. In other words, your shoulders shouldn't be up when you play the piano, and also you need to breathe. But here's what I want to show you very quickly, is that one of my piano teachers, my classical piano teacher, actually showed me that if I stand up, now you don't play the piano like this regularly, this is just an exercise. If I stand up on my fingers and try and relax everything in my shoulders, that it should be like if someone pulls the piano out, from under me, my hand would just drop onto my lap. And this sounds very simple, but it took me weeks to really be able to do this. And I kept on sitting at the piano and getting my finger to finally where I wasn't holding anything in my shoulders. And obviously most of us are right-handed or left-handed. Usually the stronger hand, you'll pick this up easier, but you should do it in both hands. So all you do is you sit at the piano and it sounds very simple, and you stand up on your fingers, and when you get to your thumb, you come down, and you try and get a feeling that you are relaxed in your shoulder and your arm, and you'll know it because if you do put your finger on the edge of the piano, your hand should just drop, and in the beginning, it's going to be very hard to do, or you can get a relative or a friend to pick up your wrist and move it around in the middle of you doing this exercise. And if you find that you're holding any tension in your arm or your shoulder, they're going to have a little bit of resistance when they go to pick up your hand. It should be literally like they're picking up something that is just a weight, and it should just drop in your lap. And you can practice both hands like this and like this with, obviously I'm right-handed and this is my left hand. So in the beginning, this was much harder for me to learn to do. Now I want to make two finishing comments. This is a very simple introductory exercise, but it's a hard one. And it also is something that in the course of piano playing becomes very important, because if you learn to relax your upper body, you will learn how to generate more tone and draw more tone from deeper aspects of your body, which is further down. And lastly, you don't play the piano like this. Really, the general way to play the piano is with your fingers curved, like you're holding an orange or a grapefruit. But what you do is, once you learn this technique, and usually it took me 2 or 3 weeks to really get it, so that I knew I was relaxed. Then you start backing up. Obviously, you have to use some muscles in your arm and inside of here to play the piano. But I did learn to relax my shoulders and relax all this. And I also learned to play with a lot of relaxation when I always play, because when you watch anyone great at what they do, it looks effortless. And part of that effortlessness, it did not come from nothing. They practiced to learn how to keep themselves relaxed when they play. So this is an introductory couple comments. My name's Richard Samuels. I'd love to hear from you. I'd like to hear about what your musical goals are, and if I can help you, please reach out.